Hey everybody, happy Movie Monday, my friends. It's Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen, and I am coming at you from my stamp studio here in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. So you guys might be catching me on YouTube, you might be catching me on Facebook. Either way, go ahead and subscribe or follow my channel so that you never miss a thing. I'm here every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, ready to share some stamping fun with you. So today, we are going to play with Best Butterflies. So this is one that I had not planned to get. Wasn't one that really jumped out at me, but you know how whenever things just fall in your cart, and this fell in my cart, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're way cuter in real life than you are in the catalog. So let me show you. Can be found in our 2022-2023 annual catalog on page 37. So I think what sold me is the paper, the bright, fun colors of the designer series paper. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, and then we'll get to some stamping fun. So the DSP is a 6x6 piece or 6x6 pack. It comes this size, and it is really cute front and back with butterflies and florals. So if bundle's really not your jam, get the paper, because the paper itself is super, super gorgeous and isn't all butterfly, just a lot of bright, fun, happy, upside down, happy patterns that I think that you will enjoy even if you don't have the bundle. So the cool thing, I think we've got some repeaters here maybe, of the dies will work with these butterflies, so you could actually cut them out. Yeah, this is a double pack. So there you go. There's all the pretty. So like I said, if you're not a big fan of the butterflies, you've got all these cool patterns on this side. Then when you flip over, you've got some with the butterflies on there. So check that out. And you know what though, you guys, I want to share something with you before we get rolling, because I have a very cool class at home that is dropping today. So this is a class that my friend Connie and I did at our retreat. So we do in-person and to-go retreats 4 times a year, and we offer optional classes. So we did a wow class. And we thought everybody loved it so much that we needed to offer it to everybody. So this is a wow class. If you're ready for some stepped up techniques, this is actually a mini album, a little baby scrapbook album. You can check the description below, and you will find the link to this class. So it's open for about a week. So if you love it, you can get both of them. You could get one or the other. And I also have the PDFs for sale as well. So let's check out this class. This is focusing on the Lovely Layers vellum. Let me show that to you because I just got it. It just arrived in my order. So sorry, didn't mean to leave you hanging, but I want to show this to you because I really feel like this is something that's kind of hidden in the catalog. So it goes with a stamp set called Botanical Layers, and this is a little pack of vellum. Does it say it's 3 3/4 by 5? So just perfect to layer on some cards or maybe some scrapbook pages or some 3D elements. But it's super cool. Like, look at these patterns. That is already printed on the vellum, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's one. So it looks like you get 5 of each pattern. This one I think is my favorite. It kind of looks like hazy mountains. Okay, so there's one. Then you get the one with the circle. Again, already printed on, and then you get a ton of regular plain vellum. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with that. So that comes with your kit. You'll get this, a pack of the pearls, and a pack of twine, and you'll be ready to go, plus the card bases to make all 4 of these cards. So you get everything that you need to create this card. This one that's the circle, again, already printed on there. This one, you'll do a little bit of sponging on the background to get that image. This one I love, with them kind of hazy mountains. And this one these projects will involve heat embossing on some of them. Now you can choose to heat emboss or not. This one You would, you be careful when you're stamping on vellum. If you're not heat embossing, it takes a little bit of time to dry. So anyway, isn't that cool? Such cool cards. So that is the Lovely Layers Vellum class. Again, you will get everything you need to make these 4 cards, your pack of vellum. You can add on the stamp set if you need it, and baker's twine, the essentials baker's twine, and a pack of pearls. Okay, so that's going to be that class. Now this is the class that I did. That was my friend Connie's class. This is my mini foldable album. So you slide the belly band off, and you are going to, it's going to be so big it won't fit on screen. So we'll have to move around. So here's places you can put all kinds of pictures, mementos, all kinds of cool stuff. And I love it because it's tiny. It turns out to be 4 by 4, but it creates a big impact. You're going to get the Hues of Happiness paper and the glossy dots. And then of course you're going to get the tutorial to create this as well. All right, so this one's going to fold up here. Then this one folds out here. And this one folds out here. All right, so, and then of course, if you flipped it over, you would have lots of spaces to even put stuff on the back if you wanted to. Isn't that cool? So you could totally do this as a bigger album. If you use 12 by 12 pieces of paper, it would be 6 by 6. But I chose to do the 8 by 8 because it's just a little mini album that just kind of folds up nice and cute, and you can tuck it. You could give it as a gift, tuck it in your purse, put the pictures of the kids, grandkids, your pups, your kitties, whatever you want to do in there. And then that paper is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right. So this is my WOW class. You can take one, you can take both, or you can just get the PDF if you choose. So check that out in the description of this video below. So I wanted to share that with you guys before we got rolling. And now it's time to create with these butterflies. Now I did do some things ahead of time. So I usually die cut ahead of time. Got my piece of 4 1/4 by 11 thick basic white. I love, when I'm doing a white card base, I really do like that thick basic white. Now I have a piece of the designer series paper here that I trimmed down. Oh, this is some gilt paper. Makes you feel guilty for covering up those pretty butterflies. And we're just going to attach this to the front. Again, I will put all the dimensions in the description so that you don't have to worry about trying to write them down or have to go back and rewatch. You can just head into the description, scroll down, and you'll find everything that you need there. Now, ahead of time, I did cut out, that's with the stitched rectangles, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on there in Starry Sky. You're my bestie. That's what I'm going to stamp on this one. There we go. I've got dog hair on that one, but sometimes that happens. We consider it an embellishment around here. Let's add that with some dimensionals. There they are. They're hiding from me. So we're going to put a couple. I'm down to the wire here, so I'm using all my little nubbins. There we go. And we'll put one in the middle because we don't want any sag. I forget what I was saying, but maybe was I saying how much I love these in colors this year? Or was I talking about dog hair? I don't know. Sometimes I see squirrels. All righty. Now, ahead of time, I did some die cutting. So I used the die cuts and I cut out a couple little solid images and outline images. This one I did from the designer series paper. There's a little medal for him. And then I punched this out with one of our new punches that I can't think of its name, but that's punched out of vellum. And then I did a little butterfly out of vellum as well. So we're just going to assemble these and make ourselves a cute little butterfly. But first, we're going to start with some Calypso Coral and my stamp. There is a stamp that's like long segments. And so I'm just going to stamp that on his body just so that, because we're doing like tone on tone, I want to see a little bit of color there. So we just did that on his body. Now I do want to tell you about these dies, right? So these dies are 2 pieces. Okay, so if you cut just with this one, you're going to get a solid image. So there we go. If you cut them both together, and you can layer them inside each other and cut them out, you're going to get it cut out with the polka dots. Now, my suggestion for you guys is if you're doing this, use those adhesive sheets. I did not, and I'm going to make it go. I'm going to make a go of it with some green glue. Maybe. Did I bring it to the table? I did. But if you cut those out with the adhesive sheets, you can just peel that off, and these will just go layer on top of each other like a beautiful little sticker, and it'll be awesome, and you won't have a mess. So that's my suggestion when you're working with these butterfly dies. All right, so let's go ahead and glue these on here, and we're just going to use a little bit of green glue. And I want to be careful because I don't want a ton. So I'm just going to do a couple little, I'm just doing little dots to make this stick because I don't want glue gushing out between those stripes and making everything sticky. So dot, dot, not a lot, as my good friend Betty says. Now we're going to just attach these 2 panels together. Now, the nice thing with green glue is there's a little bit of lag time, so you can kind of move it around if you don't get it on exactly straight in your first shot. So we're going to let that one sit while we do our polka dots. Now, your polka dots, you got a little bit more room in between here than with those stripes. But again, grab those adhesive sheets. They are your best friend. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking when I cut these out. I guess I was just so excited and in the moment. There we go. Now, one little trick we're going to do is we're going to put some Wink of Stella inside those dots. Just because it's tone on tone. So if we add a little winker in there, it's just going to be a little bit of shimmer. And I know that you guys aren't going to see that very well on camera, but it'll look pretty in person. Just a little pop of color inside there. Well, not even color, shimmer. Little shimmer, little glimmer. We love our glimmer, don't we? All righty. Did I miss one? There we go. Okay, so now we need to attach these butterflies together. And what I like to do, I think the easiest thing for me is that I just will add a glue dot on this guy here and stick them together. So do we have some snot dots? We does. We does. So I'm just going to put a little snot dot right there in the middle. And I do have a little overlap in his wings. There we go. And now I'm going to put some on his body and attach him. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. We're going to put this guy in there first. So we've got a double layer butterfly. And you know what? I'm going to cut his head off. Oh, say it ain't so. It's true. I don't want 2 heads. I just want double wings, right? There we go. Stick you down there. Now a couple more. Actually, you know what? What if we just do some green glue while it's here? There we go. There you go, Mr. Butterfly. I'm going to hold him for a couple of seconds just to make sure that vellum and that green glue become friendly. So while he's drying, let's put a couple dimensionals on this punch. If any of you guys know what this punch is, let me know. I cannot for the life of me remember its name. Now, because it's vellum, I should be okay. That little butterfly is going to cover up those dimensionals. So I'm not too concerned about that. Now we'll flip this guy over and add some dimensionals. So I'm putting one right in the center, and that's going to make sure that holds him still. And I don't have, do I have any more big ones? I ran out. Yeah, I got a couple more big ones here. So we'll just put a couple more on there. So he is good. How about a mini there at his little butt? We'll put a mini right there so we can't see it. Oh, you're cute. There we go. All right, isn't he adorable? So that is, I don't know if I said Calypso Coral, and I'm gonna just bring his wings forward so it kind of looks like he's flapping around a little bit. There we go. So there's one card, and I wanted to show you another one. So let me get some mess out of the way here. Got mess everywhere. Mess, mess, mess. All right, we're going to go with, I just lost something, didn't I? Fresh Freesia. So pretty. So let's stamp so we can get that out of the way. I've got a nice strip of basic white here and my parakeet party. And we're going to stamp, so glad you exist. That's a nice sentiment, isn't it? I'm so glad you guys exist. I'm so glad that the internet exists. As much as it drives me crazy some days, I'm so glad I have it, that you guys can come on and hang out with me here, even though I'm in my studio, and who knows where you guys might be. Some of you guys might be in my town. Some of you guys might be at work. Some of you guys might be all over the country. So I am grateful for a lot of things. Fresh Freesia 4 1/4 by 11. And again, if you guys are just joining, hop down into the description and I will make sure that the dimensions for these projects are in there. Now, I had some dots. Didn't I? Didn't I? All right, hold please. All right, I thought I had some dots, but they went missing. So we're going to stamp some of these dots in Fresh Freesia on the corners here. Some of them I'm stamping off. So I've got lights and dark shades. All right, just for a little texture in there. Now I'm going to take some designer series paper and I'm just going to kind of add this kind of, I guess I want to say like random-ish, just so they're peeping out from behind. So let's run a strip down across here and add that piece there. Then we'll do a strip across here and add that piece there. And then we can attach that to our card base. Now you could totally do them in a straight line if that suits you. But sometimes it's fun to just go off kilter a little bit. Now I'm going to take some of our sheer ribbon and I'm going to create just a little loop here. So let's add a little bit of adhesive, create my loop right there. I can trim that off later. And now I'm going to add my so glad you exist. So glad you exist. Actually, will I twist? If I twist that, will it work? That's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah. That's more what I was going for. All right, let's get some dimensionals here and put our sentiment on. These are super quick and easy cards. That's kind of that's my scene. Like I love just letting the paper show, letting letting the dyes do the work. Like very, very cool. There we are. Then we'll take some of our Parakeet Party Baker's Twine and let's tie ourselves a bow here. And we'll just add that down there. I think we'll just put that on with a glue dot. And then what I was going to do is, maybe that needs to come behind. It's laying over my sentiment. I'm not sure that I'm happy about that. So I wonder if it could go behind there. Let's see if we can pick that up. All right, Bo, you're going to give me a fit here. Snot dots. We need our snot dots there. Don't twist. I'm sure there was a better way for me to do this, right? All right. You know what? He's not going to twist once that little butterfly is on there. So I will be able to hold it flat because see, I'm going to put that butterfly floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. So let's get some glue dots on him. I'm going to go with 2 to make sure he holds everything in place like he is supposed to. There we go. So there is a quick and easy card with fresh Freesia. All right, so there's our 2 that we created today using Best Butterflies bundle. All right, you can always hop into my online store and pick up anything 24/7. And then I want to do my quick reminder that the dimensions are down below. So just scroll down and you can find the dimensions for these 2 cards. You can also find the link for my WOW class at home, which is featuring the Lovely Layers vellum and the Hues of Happiness mini fold album. All right, you guys. Again, if you are new here, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel or follow my Facebook page. Come back and visit me. I'm here every Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern with a movie for you guys. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week.